Hello, welcome to Junket Jam Live. I am your host, Christopher Albert. Once members of the four-piece punk-adjacent Brooklyn garage band known as Union Street, my special guests today have since found renewed energy and joy in creating and producing music as simply a duo. Out of necessity, these two musician buddies, now lovers, or engaged siblings, who's to say, relocated to Austin, Texas, where in lockdown started composing delightfully poetic, fun, ironic, and vulnerable tunes that captured their unique sense of wonder in everything from Pop-Tarts to birds to reality television, resulting in a remarkable collection of brilliant and beautifully polished, eclectic folk pop music. Together, they have played in some of New York City's most iconic venues, including Pianos, Rockwood Music Hall, Bowery Electric, The Knitting Factory, and have recently made a return to the celebrated stage of The Bitter End. Inspired by their lockdown experience, here to perform one of their splendid numbers entitled Big House is theatrical indie pop duo Sanderling.
I got a big house, I need a brick house made of wood. I wouldn't, but I couldn't, but I do not care about my bleached blonde hair colder than Snow White. I get in fist fights, I got a slow mouth, I got a slow mouth. I got a good job, I do a bad job. I gotta move on, gotta move out of your parents' house. I got a conscience made of velvet. 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 I got these sweet digs, I gotta think bigger than I've been thinking. I've been sinking in my skin, I better take a nice chair. There goes my white hair, it breaks to pieces in the sink. And I've been working on my phone voice, and I've been so nice. And I've been soaking in the bath, watching my fingers turn to raisins. And it's all fake, I got these low stakes, that's how I know I'm gonna blow it. I got a conscience made of velvet. 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 I got a tight fist. I drove to Kansas playing Elvis on cassette tape. Drove a long way to get to Pompeii. I met a nice guy and made a bad wife, but I did a good job. 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 I did a good job this time. I got a conscience made of velvet. I got a conscience made of velvet. I got a conscience made of velvet. I got a conscience made of velvet.
Hello, welcome back to Junkie Jam Live. I am your host, Christopher Albert. My special guest today followed a unique path in their relationship, from strangers to musician buddies to quarantine pals, and now they're lovers. This recently engaged pair has found not just their shared joy in the magic of music making, but the significance of their commitment of doing so together. After their critically acclaimed first single together, Marigolds, and earning some of the coveted admiration within the indie music scene, they are now gearing up to showcase and release an even more impressive new EP. Not only empowered by their own success, but they are also the founders, or mom and dad as they like to be called, of their very own indie artist promotional platform called Sonic Smoothie, providing interviews, reviews, features, and showcases that underscore their goal to highlight and celebrate the extraordinary music of other indie artists. Their music can best be described as if the fella having a breakdown at a cocktail party brought with him a tambourine. Joining me now is singer-songwriter and musician Annie Nerschel and singer, composer, and pianist Russ Stone of theatrical indie pop duo Sanderling. Hi, guys.
Hi.
Hello.
Thank you so much for having us.
Oh, thank you. Thank you so much. That first performance was amazing.
Thank you.
We love it. You guys met in the back of a queer bar and started dating a few months later. What is it about a gay venue that for us gays it screams sex, but for straight people it screams love?
And Grateful Dead covers.
And Grateful Dead covers.
Yeah, it was the Branded Saloon in Prospect Heights on Vanderbilt, and there's an open mic there.
Every Sunday night, it was an open mic run by a group of older men who were certainly deadheads.
Love it, love it.
It was super fun, but we were the youngest by like at least 30 years.
Yeah, generally when we showed up there.
So I was like, oh, a man close to my age. Very cute.
We met, we kind of connected,
Yeah.
we would see each other at the open mic.
Yeah.
I somehow ended up in her band, and then we ended
Now
up
this
dating.
was Union Street.
That was Union
Good
Street.
memory.
Union.
I was in a two-piece with another friend, and I normally play keys, obviously,
Yeah.
but I wanted a more portable setup, so I was playing a melodica, which is like a little keyboard with a hose you blow
Yes.
into, you know, if you're familiar.
Yes.
So I was on stage playing.
John Baptiste has actually brought it back to mainstream.
We need more melodicas.
Yes.
I love that.
So thank you. So I get off stage, and Andy comes up to me, and the first thing she ever said to me was, "Where did you learn to blow the piano?" And
Which was very
Wow.
funny.
Where
I
do
was
we
like, I
begin?
must approach this very handsome man blowing into a piano.
That's physically what you are doing, right?
absolutely.
And so would we call that a wind instrument?
A melodica? I would say so.
Yeah.
An excellent question, though.
Was Union Street disbanded because of the pandemic?
Yeah.
Is that fair to say?
That is totally fair to say. We still love Nate and Kara and drummer very much. But I think it was like one of the last days before lockdown, we were going to go into the studio, and I texted the group chat. I'm like, are we all in agreement that? And they're like, no, we've all left. We're not
We've
in New
left
York
you
anymore.
guys, sorry.
All right, we're just going to go to Austin then.
So this is what happened. So everybody left. You're disbanded. You two are still hanging out.
I unofficially moved into Annie's apartment. Her roommate was a really good sport about it. And the pandemic hit, and
Yeah.
we were immediately freaked out. Like, it's really scary to be here.
Yeah.
And somehow we ended up going on very short notice to Austin, to my parents' house. And we were like, it's going to be a few weeks, a month at the most. It's no big deal.
We were together for 4 months at this point. So we're like, we will either murder each other on the plane or murder each other in 2 weeks. But like, there's no way we're going to
There's
be friends
no way.
after living with your parents for a week or two.
So what was the inspiration to seemingly combine both of your abilities, in my opinion, to take the trivialities of life and turn that into song?
A great question. You remember what we were doing on the roof?
Back in
Appropriate
Brooklyn.
stuff, PG things.
Appropriate things.
Thanks for clarifying that. Before we went to Austin, we were doing basically nightly live streams from the rooftop in our apartment. And we moved to Austin, and yeah, we're just like, well, we both play music, and
But we kept doing the live streams for a few weeks, and we were like, we're just gonna do them till the end of the pandemic. And then a year went by, and we were like, maybe we'd do something else. But that was a thing that I had just left my job on March 4th, and then March 11th we went into lockdown, and it was like, okay, I'm gonna live stream every day. You can live stream with me. And some days we went through a box wine phase, and we just like, sometimes we'd get so drunk, we'd be like, this is a cover, okay.
that's not true if you're listening, Mom.
Lisa knows the truth.
So, you know, Annie, you yourself, independent woman.
Thank you.
You already had success in music all on your own. Why was this such a match for you? What made Russ such an imperative partner in music to have?
What a great question. Number one, you can't see it, but that booty be rocking.
That booty be rocking.
That booty be rocking, number one. And number two, I had a huge crush on him from the first time I saw him, and I like, thank you for calling me a strong, independent woman, because I totally am. And I would never go up to a boy and be like, you're very cute. Would you like to be my boy as well? It's not a thing I do. I really kept to myself. But I was like, this man is so attractive, blowing into his piano. I must approach him. And he totally shot me down. What did you say when I said, do you blow into the piano?
Not intentionally. I was just focused and oblivious, but
that's your thing.
That's his thing, to be totally oblivious.
Thing, cute butt and really oblivious.
Well, now, not many people know this, but you once performed, of all the people, for Ted Cruz.
That was a different Annie Nerschel.
That was a very alarming time in your life. You didn't know it yet.
I was like, this man isn't a space pirate. This is fine.
Just as musicians, what are some of the tools required to collaborate successfully with others?
I think you need to really abandon your ego and be like, I am going to put my heart out here, and I invite anyone to come and just stomp on top of it if they so please.
Right.
And you need to trust that other people know what they're doing.
Yes.
Like if someone says, I'm a guitar player, you say, great, you play the guitar.
Right.
I don't play the guitar.
And I would say also you need a lot of patience and open-mindedness, because a lot of the time you're not on the same page as someone, and with some musicians you might click faster, but with a lot of people you have your own idea of how things should be, and you have to learn to be patient, to work it out with them. And well, we're both in this together. It's our thing, not my thing. So you have to compromise. I feel like who it starts with kind of makes it a different process.
Yes.
Because Annie writes on guitar, I write on piano. We have pretty different styles. So kind of getting it to all mesh can be... Yes. It takes some working out. Great news. First of all, congratulations on your excursion in Austin. You got engaged in a drive-in theater in Austin, Texas, playing School of Rock, which, by the way, is the widest thing I have ever heard of.
Appreciate it.
But now, Annie, before the movie played, you put a little video together. So am I correct in assuming you were the one who proposed?
I am obviously daddy.
Yeah.
Look at me.
Out of all the ways you could do it, I'm assuming you're excited. You're excited because, we can go out to a movie even though it's still in our car. I don't know. Did Texas ever really close? It did.
When Ted Cruz was in Cancun, we could all make fun.
Yeah, when we moved up to Austin, things were pretty shut down. The thing is, there's a lot of big outdoor spaces, so there'd be bars and coffee shops that didn't really need to fully close down.
Yeah. But it was safe to watch a movie in your car. Now, this was something you weren't expecting. Obviously, a random video of a dedication from Annie, both of you playing on the big screen.
I knew it was coming soon. She actually kind of told me that she's going to do it, but I didn't know when. As we were talking about earlier, I get very focused on things and become kind of oblivious. So we're waiting for the movie to start, and I found something on Instagram or whatever, and I was like, hey, Annie, look at this. And I didn't realize that our song started playing, and she's like, listen, look, it's us.
It's us.
And oh my God. And then I started crying, and it was really cute, and
Right, so now you're crying. Did you stay to finish watching the rest of the movie, or did you finish schnogging?
We watched. We did not schnog while we watched School of Rock. That is disrespectful to Jack Black and everything he stands for.
So
we did finish the movie, though. Yes.
Yes.
It's problematic.
Wonderful.
No one talks about how problematic that movie is.
No. It's always problematic, I think, when there's children involved. So now you do have some children. You have a diabetic cat named Sully.
Oh, it's Sully.
It's Sully.
Oh, hi, Sully.
Hi, Sully.
Sully, if you're watching this, we love you.
Hey, Sully, if you're watching, go to bed.
What happened that you needed to take your cat to the vet to find out it's blood glucose deficient? What's up with that?
His real name is Insulin Octagon DiGiorno Stone.
That is
So
great.
I'm
So
a-
he's not really diabetic.
He's really, really diabetic.
Oh, he really is.
He's
So you
250 this
cursed
morning.
him.
We cursed him.
Well-
I'm a type 1 diabetic. I've had it since I was 4.
Well,
I have both of my feet, which is great.
Yes.
Because everyone likes to tell me I have a diabetic friend and he lost a foot. I'm like, okay, that's good for you. Fine.
Yeah, so we've been talking about getting a cat for a while, and we were looking into adoption, and we found this cat
love that.
here, this lovely guy.
yay. You saved him.
And yeah, so he was getting fostered, and we went
Yeah.
to visit him with his foster parents, and we just loved him immediately and knew we needed him.
I love that. Look at those eyes.
He is delicious. There are a lot of moments where I point to Russell and I'm like, this is how I knew I wanted to marry you. Like, we were looking on Pet Finder and he was like, this cat's diabetic. I think it would be very special to have a diabetic cat. And I was like,
Aw.
you're so good, Russell.
You guys can both give each other a shot.
Exactly.
You guys can prick each other.
Russell's the only one in the studio apartment with a working pancreas and it's ridiculous.
You also have Penny.
Short for Napoleon.
Naturally.
I like that you got him a house.
That's his big house. Is he not the most gorgeous thing you've ever seen in your entire life?
He is. I used to have
Perfect.
cockatiels, Dolce and Gabbana.
Oh my gosh, did
I
they
don't
speak?
know where they are now.
Oh.
They did, yes. I taught them some whistles. Dolce would always come to me when I wanted to put him back in the cage, but Gabbana was not having it. You want me? Come get me so I can shit on your shoulder.
I am
So-
worth it.
It's what they do.
I'm worth it. I love that you're also proud pet parents. Thank you guys so much. And I know you guys going to hang out for another segment.
Thank you for having us
Real
so
quickly,
Thank you so much. Yeah.
what is missing from mainstream music today that could benefit from an indie pop folk duo band such as yourselves? Or is mainstream overrated? I don't know.
The other day I was talking about how I really like knowing that when we enter a situation, we are the only ones who are going to be Sanderling.
Yes.
Because we are like 1,000% authentically ourselves. And on stage, we're super earnest. And off stage, we're super earnest. And it's, I feel like a vulnerability. And like, I don't know, like Taylor Swift's just phenomenal and beautiful.
Yeah.
But I do like to watch people bleed on stage.
Yeah, I don't think a lot about like what we are gifting to music or anything.
Yeah.
We're just writing stuff that we like. I've always just been like, I'm going to write stuff that makes me kind of feel, I like feel it deep inside. You know,
Yeah.
it's like, I know when it feels right. And
Yeah.
I just try to achieve that kind
Yeah.
of for myself. And if other people get something out of it, you know, whether we get huge or remain super obscure forever, it doesn't really matter.
Well, we hope not. We will do our best to help share your music with everyone else. Speaking of, our audience can find everything about Sanderling. They can find you on Instagram at Sanderling Music, Facebook at Sanderling Music NYC, and of course, just find Sanderling on Spotify. Yes, we'll find you.
Do
We'll
it.
let the world
Dare
know.
you.
Find you. Stay tuned, guys. We have more Junket Jam Live featuring the musical duo Sanderling up next. You guys are going to join me for a game.
Ooh.
Hello, everyone. I am Christopher Albert, host of Junket Jam Live, and welcome back from COVID hell. Well, it wasn't that hellish. It was only 1,000 deaths alone here in the US. But who's counting? Certainly not Sean Hannity. Because as you know, to Sean, COVID was a hoax. Much like his degree in journalism. Oh, he doesn't have one? Okay. Of course, now that COVID has come under some control, thanks to the vaccine and the thoughts and prayers of the governor of Florida, we no longer have to spend our stimulus checks on silly things like masks, gloves, GameStop stocks, or Zoom exercise classes. Now, you can spend it on things you really need. Therapy. Oh my God, and what to do with all that extra toilet paper, you ask? Well, If you're feeling generous, you can donate all of your unused or partially used rolls to your local Ivanka Trump. That poor woman hasn't stopped crying since the last election was stolen from her father. Isn't it terrific? A product made for your ass on her face? With everything opening up and people running about their business without their masks, it's hard to imagine that it was just a few months ago we were all still stuck working from home without our pants. Now, if you do live in a city, however, it is still recommended that you continue to keep and wear your mask because COVID may one day be a thing of the past, but people still fart, you know. And I don't know about you, but 6 feet is just not enough space to keep you protected from what I ate last night. Most excitingly, live performance art is back, baby. Festivals, music concerts, theater, and of course my favorite, stand-up comedy. Because other than pot, laughter is indeed the best medicine. But unlike pot, that'll be a 2-drink minimum, ma'am. Would that be cash or credit? The last time I needed 2 drinks for anything was to get rid of my anxiety before my driver's test. There was nothing funny about that day. Anyway, it's safe now. If you haven't done so already, go out, have fun, and have sex. Why not? But do wear plenty of protection because that's still not entirely safe. In fact, to be extra safe, put a mask on your condom. Because you never know. And enjoy it while it lasts because as long as Texas and Florida are around, there's bound to be another lockdown someday. Coming for you, and your family, and your wife and kids, and your friends, and your colleagues, and your coworkers, and your priests, and your mothers and fathers, and your aunts and sisters and cousins. They're coming for you. Camera one. Because I'm hitting it, sorry. I'm just gonna act all pretentious about this. Welcome back to Junket Jam Live, filmed at the magnificent M&N Firehouse Studio right here in Antarctica. Much like other famous duos of the past and present, I believe that one day, very soon, my special guest, indie pop folk band and duo Sanderling will be a household name. I'm going to test their knowledge about other random duos in pop culture, film, TV, and music, because let's face it, these two may know how to write a fun, exciting tune, but do they actually have the wherewithal to play along? They may. We'll find out in a little game I call How Do You Do? Oh, also how do you do is how you say how do you do in Spanish.
I'm learning.
We're learning. Are you guys ready to play? And now I'll give you the clue. You guys can just shout out whatever.
Prefacing it with, we're both very old and very boring, so we know maybe 3 things.
You guys have this. First question. Mary couldn't have been prouder of these 2 musical icons, the duo whose love ran river deep before crashing down from the mountain high because, you know, domestic abuse.
Tina Turner.
It's Ike and Tina Turner. You got it. You got it.
Ike, yeah.
That is them. Gonna love them. Just fools in love. Next question. You ready? You warmed up? The most dynamic of duos, these masked and caped crusaders were often confused for lovers instead of the very straight vigilantes in woman tights that they were.
Batman and Robin.
It's Batman and Robin. Very good, Russ.
I do ship them, however.
You ship them?
I ship them.
What do you mean you shipped them?
I support them as a couple. It's a 2016 Tumblr girl thing.
It's
Where
allowed.
is your fan fiction knowledge, Chris?
Ship them. This gooey pair are actually quite edible. While most people find them enjoyable on their own, together their creamy texture, a combination of little curved tubes and melted blocks, even though some people haphazardly use the box powdered kind, can easily be made for any occasion involving large crowds.
I don't think my brain even processed half those words.
Is it cake?
It's macaroni and cheese.
Oh,
Oh,
There was a lot to process there. I'm not a big fan of mac and cheese, by the way.
For
Is that
why?
a favorite dish of yours? For why?
we've been known to indulge in mac and cheese.
Indulge
Dabble
a
in
little.
the cheese.
Double the cheese. Bake?
Have we baked mac
Or
and
just
cheese? Should we do
stovetop?
that?
I don't think we've done that, but that sounds like something I would do.
Do we know what we're doing for breakfast tomorrow?
Perfect.
We're baking mac and cheese.
Yes.
These two lactose-friendly lads will come up with any excuse to create a new ice cream flavor, including Cherry Garcia and Bohemian Raspberry. Who are they?
You got this.
Ben and
Jerry.
Jerry.
Yeah, it's Ben and
did it.
Jerry's. I'm assuming that's when they first met and they decided, hey, let's do this.
Guys, let's do this.
Let's do
We're
it.
gonna get ice cream.
If anyone's going to do it, it's going to be us. Okay, are we having fun yet?
This is very fun. You're great.
sure.
You're doing great. We're all doing great.
Next clue.
Okay.
These hippie, folksy musicians of the 70s were definitely high when they wrote hits like Wasted on the Way, Almost Cut My Hair, and Our House is a very, 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 very fine house with 2 cats in the yard. Who are they? Take a guess. Stab in the dark.
Bert and Ernie.
It's actually Crosby and Nash.
Just the two of them.
I just thought I would throw that in there. I guess I just thought they were folksy enough.
Oh, did you not know?
No,
I was thrown off because I actually
Oh.
thought Crosby, Stills, and Nash, and I'm like, that's not a duo.
we're almost done.
We're doing great.
You're doing great.
We get our driver's license after this.
Yes.
Pressure
not
is
you.
on.
No, not you. Just him. This music couple once proclaimed to one another, "I got you, babe." Meanwhile, the babe they had together got a sex change.
Sonny and Cher.
It's Sonny and Cher. Look at that. Look how maybe happy they were.
Just maybe.
Just maybe. She was holding out. She was holding out and holding on for as long as she could. We're just making up Cher stories. We may never know how to get to the street these two marionette roommates live on, but we do know that one of them slept with a rubber ducky while the other slept with a stick up his ass.
Are you psychic?
Yeah.
I think I already mentioned them.
You did.
It's Sonny and Cher.
It's
Burner.
Cher.
Wow, they look different from how I remember. Not puppets, for one thing.
Not puppets. They were
These are
real.
human boys.
They were real. We like to dream in color.
Exactly.
Okay, we're almost done. We love this canine and feline pair because of their peculiar behavior, silly farts, absurd plot lines about farts, and most of all, for giving new meaning to the words, "you idiot."
I don't know a lot about farts, like as a concept.
Is it like Ren and Stimpy?
It is Ren and
Whoa.
Stimpy. Happy,
they fart a
joy,
lot?
joy. I think so, yeah. That's that.
I've familiarized
Good job,
myself
Russ.
with farts. Well, good
I
job,
wasn't
Russell.
positive what animal they were, I'll be
No,
honest.
no. A cat and dog, I presume.
Makes
believe
sense.
A chihuahua. I think he was a chihuahua.
That seems right.
Okay, almost done. I keep saying that, like we're in a rush.
We're going to be in here for 3 more hours.
3 more hours. The only thing these simpletons were known best for was going up a hill to fetch a pail of water.
Jack,
Jack
and
and
Jill.
It's Jack and Jill. You got it.
Oh, he's so sweet.
I drew that myself. I used
Oh.
watercolors from makeup.
I believe it.
You know, I have a twin sister, by the way.
Oh, do you?
This kind of reminds me of her. Except the Puerto Rican version, she's still locked up in jail.
Oh, no.
So maybe I'm not going up to fetch a pail of water. I'm going up to the hill to get her some water from the outside. Okay, guys, last clue.
Last one.
These two girl best friends on the run from the law ended in tragedy when soon after they drove into the Grand Canyon, their hubcaps came off. Who are they?
That's a sad story, but I don't know.
We feel for them for sure.
Best friends. Ends in tragedy. They were running from the law. Is it us? It is.
And our special guest,
Close.
a police
It
officer.
is Thelma and Louise.
Oh, yeah.
Yes. So next time, I'm gonna read a book first.
Next time. Thank you guys so much for coming on the show. You guys are gonna perform another song, yes? We're gonna do it.
We're gonna do it.
We're gonna
Thank you
do
guys.
it.
You guys hang out. You guys hang out. You are watching Junket Jam Live. More Sanderling coming up next. Thank you guys so much.
Yes.
That's it. I think that's it. Welcome back to Jam Live. I am your host, Christopher Albert. Am I? Yes, I am. After watching the entirety of Season 4 of 90 Day Fiancé all in one day, the musical lovebirds and comrades of Sanderling made a curious observation. We are all too quick to judge others' decisions, which indeed is none of our business, even when put on display for millions of eyes to see. So, they wrote and composed a Sondheim-esque song with the subtle ask, not, how much do we really know about anyone? Here, with a marvelous performance of their song entitled 90 Days, is the remarkable theatrical indie pop duo, Sanderling.
Should have told you everyone left you holding onto the guardrail. Packed up your swimsuit, sink in the bedroom, stick to the headboard. I over and under, plagued by your thunder, head in the open highway. Bet I'm a loser, I didn't choose her like a darling. I don't know you better than anybody else. I don't know you better than anybody else.
I came all this way to tell you what to do. Plug my with diamonds if your love is true. Hide me in the basement of the embassy. The charm, you know, 'cause babe, it's you and me. Oh, I don't know you better than anybody else. I don't know you better than anybody else. I came all this way when I traveled across the sun. It's not fair.
I'll need a lot of space to see what I have done.
It's not fair.
I don't care about
It's not
you.
fair.
Didn't think I had
It's not
to.
fair. It's not fair.
Something's
It's not fair.
gotta
It's not fair.
change. I should have
Drag
told
me
you
supine
nobody
through
loved
the
you,
dark
nobody
Pacific waves.
like to make me
I wrapped
statue,
you
throw
out
me a
of
map to
your
somewhere
nose
the
to
map will
save
find
you
Nobody
trouble
trusts
when
you,
you're
nobody knows. How
dissociating
do they
from
even
yourself.
try me, make me
The
statue,
martyr
throw
down the
me a map
street
to
can't
somewhere they'll
protect
never
you from
find me.
anybody else. I don't know you better than 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 anybody else. I don't know you